Okay, good day everyone. By the way, my name is Neil Bukti Ivasco, and today I will discuss about the project planning and work breakdown structure. Okay, but before we go deep down, let's discuss first what is project. Okay, so the question is, what is project? A project is a group of related tasks that are planned and completed to achieve a specific goal or result. It is usually temporary and creates something unique, such as a product, service, or an outcome. Okay, so for example, developing a school website is a project because it involves several tasks like planning, designing, coding, testing, and launching to create a specific result, which is a working website. Okay, so some of the IT project examples are developing a mobile application, creating a website, installing a computer network, developing an information system, implementing a database. Okay, so next, let's go to the question, what is project planning? Okay, so the project planning is the process of deciding what needs to be done and how it will be done, who will do it, and what resources are needed, and when it should be completed. Okay, in simple terms, project planning serves as a roadmap that guides the team from the beginning to the completion of the project. Okay, it also helps reduce stress, avoid delays, manage resources properly, and prevent unnecessary costs. Okay, so for example, before developing a school website, the team plans the features, assigns tasks, sets deadlines, identifies needed resources, and estimate the budget. Okay, and now let's go to a work breakdown structure or WBS. Okay, so what is a work breakdown structure? Okay, so the work breakdown structure is a visual and organized way of dividing a project into smaller and manageable tasks for deliverables. Okay, WBS breaks a big project into smaller parts so that the team can easily understand what needs to be done. Okay? In simple terms, project, major tasks, subtasks, and then work packages. Okay? And next, we have two types of work breakdown structures. First, we have deliverable based or WBS. Deliverable based work breakdown structure. Okay, a deliverable based work breakdown structure focuses on what the project needs to produce or achieve. Okay, it divides the project into major outputs or deliverables. Okay, for example, for a school website project. Okay, so for a school website project, so some of the major deliverables are website design, homepage, student portal, database, and final website. Okay? In simple idea, it focuses on the final outputs or the result. That is all about deliverable based work breakdown structures. Okay? Next, let's proceed to the second types of work breakdown structures. We have phase-based work breakdown structure. Okay, so what is phase-based? A phase-based work breakdown structure focuses on the stages or the phases of the project. Each phase is divided into smaller tasks and activities. Okay, so for example, for a school website project. Okay, so for a school's website project, it has a planning, design, development, testing, and deployment. Okay? So in other words, or as in a simple idea, it focuses on the steps or stages of completing the project. Okay? Next, how to create a work breakdown structure. Okay? So I have a step-by-step here. So first step in creating a work breakdown structure. First, define project scope and identify deliverables. Okay? Of course, you need to break the project into smaller tasks and activities and organizing them from major tasks to more detailed tasks. Okay? Second step, create a hierarchical structure using work types. Okay? You need to break the project into smaller tasks and activities, organizing them from major tasks to more detailed tasks. Okay? And then next step, we have visualize the work breakdown structure. It presents the work breakdown structure in a visual format, such as a tree diagram, so the team can easily understand how the tasks are connected each other. Okay? And the last step, we have a link and track dependencies. So what is this all about? Okay? So the step 4, it identify which tasks depend on the other tasks and monitor their progress to ensure that the project stays on schedule. Okay? In simple terms, first you have define, break down, visualize, and track. Okay? So next, applications in information technology. Okay? A work breakdown structure, or WBS, is highly useful in IT or information technology because it often involves many tasks, team members, technologies, and deadlines. Okay? WBS helps breaking a large IT project into smaller and manageable tasks, making it easier to assign responsibilities, track progress, manage resources, and meet deadlines. Okay? So how WBS is applied in IT? For example, imagine an IT team is developing a student information management system. With WBS, the project may simply be. So some of the major deliverables are, we have planning, system design, development, testing, and implementation. Okay? WBS can be used in various IT projects, including software development, network installation, database development, website development. Okay? And next, conclusion. Okay? Project planning provides a clear roadmap for successfully completing an IT project. Okay? The WBS, or the work breakdown structure, is breaks a complex project into smaller, organized, and manageable tasks. The overall process can be summarized as plan, organize, execute, monitor, and complete. Okay? Effective planning is important because poor planning can lead to delays, higher costs, scope problems, and failure to meet projects requirements. Okay? And in simple terms, good planning and well-organized work breakdown structure help ensure that an IT project stays on track and achieve its goals. Okay? And my recommendations of this is that it is recommended that IT project teams follow these practices to ensure the project is successful. Okay? So one of these practices are a clearly defined project objectives before starting, develop a WBS before assigning tasks, involve team members when identifying project activities, assign clear responsibilities for each work package, create realistic schedules and deadlines, identify potential risks early, regular monitor project progress, update the project plan when necessary, and maintain clear communications among team members. Okay, so in simple terms, if you follow these practices, then you have a high rate of a successful project. Okay, and these are all my references with my resources. Okay, thank you so much and have a wonderful day, everyone.